A recent call for the government to consider extending the grouper season until early in the new year is sparking a fuss between some environmental organizations and fishermen. Our Charisma Robinson tells us that the environmental organizations do not agree that a short-term economic gain would be worth it, even though some fishermen say the hardships they're experiencing justify the postponement.
Both the Bahamas National Trust and the Bahamas Reef Environment Educational Foundation are rejecting a recent call made by President of the Bahamas Commercial Fishers Alliance President Adrian Larota to shorten the close season to allow for the harvesting of gravid grouper. The annual close season for grouper is set to begin on December 1st, 2012 and end on February 28th, 2013. Instead, Mr. Larota is proposing that the season be closed in January 2013. However, the environmental groups are not having it.
And everyone must understand that grouper is endangered across its range throughout the Caribbean. It's been wiped out in most countries. It is no longer commercially viable to fish for grouper. The Bahamas has been visionary. We've established a closed season, and we encourage the government to stick to that.
In countries like Jamaica and Bermuda, what they've found is that if an aggregation site disappears, it doesn't come back, at least in our lifetime. So we are very close to that point of no return.
Mr. Larota wants the government to consider shortening the close season as fishermen have been experiencing some hardships due to poor weather conditions. But Kerry believes that a short-term economic gain at the expense of spawning groupers would not be worth the long-term impact that would come as a result.
The conditions that were outlined by the Bahamas Commercial Fishers Alliance are conditions we will be faced with every year. Hurricanes, tropical storms, winter weather, etc. Groupers also face the same hardships every year, and to continue to encourage the harvesting of gravid females, groupers that have spawned and are now carrying potential offspring, it is a no-brainer. It is foolhardy. It is playing Russian roulette with the future of the species.
But fishermen here at the Montague Fish Ramp are standing behind the BCFA president.
Fishermen has been going through a whole lot, through the process of the weather and all that stuff like that. So it kind of make it difficult for us to survive, But in the same token, you still have to preserve.
You can deplete them grouper. Once the foreigners come in now, them foreigners come in, the poachers, they'll hit them bad. But if you got guys who produce in the fish pot, and then few fishermen off of Montague Ramp, one is a handful.
But at the end of the day, the environmental groups say shortening the closed season takes away from the great strides that have been made to protect the Bahamas grouper population. They say the Bahamas should instead be moving forward toward a permanent closed season supported by legislation, so the grouper is protected throughout its reproductive period as one part of an effort to restore it to its former population level. Meantime, Larota is maintaining his position on the matter and is hoping that the government hears his consideration. He says a 30-day extension will not negatively impact the grouper stocks. Charisma Robinson, ZNS Network News.